We went to the rap party that this was it for the Andy Griffith Show. 0:11 seconds. Ron Howard may have been the red-headed darling of the Andy Griffith Show, but life behind Mayberry's white picket fences wasn't always so picture-perfect. 0:20 seconds. While viewers saw a tight-knit small-town family on screen, the real dynamics were far more complicated. Sure, Howard 0:28 seconds shared laughs with Andy Griffith and Don Knotts, but there was one cast member he quietly loathed. And he wasn't alone. 0:36 seconds. That same person also sparked the one feud even Andy Griffith couldn't forgive. The tension was real. The 0:43 seconds resentment ran deep, and for decades, it was kept tightly under wraps until now. 0:49 seconds. This is the castmate who drove a wedge behind Mayberry's curtain. The Andy Griffith Show. The Andy Griffith Show may be remembered as one of television's most wholesome and nostalgic sitcoms, 1:001 minute, but behind the sweet southern charm of Mayberry lay a world far more complex. Premiering on CBS on October 3, 1960, 1:091 minute, 9 seconds, and running until April 1, 1968, the show delivered 249 half-hour episodes over 8 seasons, 1:181 minute, 18 seconds, 159 in black and white and 90 in color. And while it portrayed a simpler time, 1:241 minute, 24 seconds, the making of the show wasn't always as peaceful as the town it brought to life. 1:281 minute, 28 seconds. The show actually began as a backdoor pilot on the Danny Thomas Show, 1:321 minute, 32 seconds, introducing Andy Griffith as Sheriff Andy Taylor, a widowed lawman raising his young son, Opie, played by a young 1:391 minute, 39 seconds. Ron Howard, in the sleepy town of Mayberry, North Carolina. Though the setting was fictional, Griffith described its feel as distinctly 1:481 minute, 48 seconds nostalgic, more reminiscent of the 1930s than the 1960s when it was filmed. It was of a time gone by, Griffith later reflected, capturing the show's magic. 1:581 minute, 58 seconds. The cast of characters quickly became beloved American icons. There was the overly eager but hilariously inept Deputy Barney Fay, brought to life by Don Knotts, the kind and steady Aunt Bee, 2:102 minutes, 10 seconds, portrayed by Frances Bavier, and of course, the precocious yet grounded Opie. Together, they formed a 2:182 minutes, 18 seconds heartwarming family unit that seemed to echo real-life connections, or so fans thought. Despite its warm comedic tone, 2:252 minutes, 25 seconds, the Andy Griffith Show wasn't immune to conflict. Tensions simmered off camera, 2:302 minutes, 30 seconds, especially as egos clashed and personalities didn't always mesh. One feud in particular between Andy Griffith and a fellow cast member would remain 2:382 minutes, 38 seconds, hidden for decades, kept out of the spotlight while the cameras rolled, but not even Mayberry could keep secrets. 2:452 minutes, 45 seconds, forever. Still, the show was a massive success. It never ranked lower than 7th in the Nielsen ratings, and in 2:532 minutes, 53 seconds, a rare feat, it ended its final season at number 1. Only I Love Lucy and Seinfeld share that honor. While 3:013 minutes, 1 second, Griffith never received an Emmy during the show's run, co-stars Knotts and Bavier claimed 6 between them. The legacy lived on with spin-offs like 3:103 minutes, 10 seconds, Gomer Pyle USMC, a 1986 reunion movie, and the continuation series Mayberry RFD. And to this day, fans 3:193 minutes, 19 seconds celebrate Mayberry at an annual festival in Griffith's hometown of Mount Airy, 3:233 minutes, 23 seconds, North Carolina. Still clinging to a town that never really existed in a show that was anything but simple behind the 3:303 minutes, 30 seconds scenes. But while the myth of Mayberry continued to enchant audiences, one boy from that set was quietly preparing for 3:373 minutes, 37 seconds, a life beyond the front porch and fishing pole. Background on Ron Howard. 3:423 minutes, 42 seconds. Ron Howard may be best known today as an acclaimed Hollywood director, But long before he stood behind the camera, he was America's favorite red-headed boy on 3:503 minutes, 50 seconds, one of TV's most beloved sitcoms. Born on March 1, 1954 in Duncan, Oklahoma, 3:573 minutes, 57 seconds, Ronald William Howard was born into a showbiz family. His father, Rance Howard, was an actor, writer, and director who adopted the stage name 4:054 minutes, 5 seconds Howard after being born Rance Beckenholt. At the time of Ron's birth, 4:104 minutes, 10 seconds, Rance was serving a 3-year term in the U.S. Air Force. His mother, Jean Spiegel Howard, was an actress herself, 4:174 minutes, 17 seconds, making show business a family affair from the very beginning. Ron's heritage is a blend of German, English, Scottish, 4:244 minutes, 24 seconds, Irish, and Dutch roots. An American root that mirrored the wholesome characters he would come to portray. He was educated partly on the sets of Studios 4:324 minutes, 32 seconds like Desilu, where he was tutored as a working child actor, and partly in California's Burbank schools, including 4:394 minutes, 39 seconds, John Burroughs High School. Though he later attended USC's prestigious School of Cinematic Arts, he didn't graduate. 4:474 minutes, 47 seconds, his calling was already pulling him elsewhere. By the age of 5, Ron Howard had already racked up an impressive resume. His first credited 4:554 minutes, 55 seconds film role came in The Journey, and he soon popped up in various TV shows like The Twilight Zone, The DuPont Show with 5:025 minutes, 2 seconds, June Allison, Dennis the Menace, and The Many Loves of Dobby Gillis. But his true breakout came in 1960 when he landed the 5:105 minutes, 10 seconds role that would change everything, Opie Taylor on The Andy Griffith Show. 5:155 minutes, 15 seconds, credited then as Ronnie Howard. He played the young son of Sheriff Andy Taylor, Andy Griffith, for all 8 seasons of the series. Looking back on 5:245 minutes, 24 seconds, his first days on set, Howard once recalled being preoccupied with a toy turtle he had to pretend was real, and 5:315 minutes, 31 seconds, dead. I remember him looking at that little turtle and talking to me about how it was kind of funny to have to pretend that it was dead, he said. So, I 5:395 minutes, 39 seconds recall just a very relaxed first impression. That balance of gentle guidance and subtle humor was exactly the kind of tone that defined the 5:475 minutes, 47 seconds series. Even though it aired in the 1960s, the Andy Griffith Show deliberately leaned into a tone of 5:545 minutes, 54 seconds, old-fashioned Americana. It was timeless, nostalgic, and radiated the warmth of a simpler era. Alongside Don's 6:026 minutes, 2 seconds, Knott's unforgettable portrayal of Barney F., Frances Bavier's wise and nurturing Aunt B., and a colorful ensemble of Mayberry townsfolk, the show became a staple in American homes. 6:136 minutes, 13 seconds. Though it never won an Emmy for Outstanding Comedy Series, it was nominated 3 times, and co-stars Knotts and Bavier won 6 acting Emmys between 6:226 minutes, 22 seconds them. But Howard's career didn't stop when the Andy Griffith Show ended. In fact, it only picked up steam. In 1974, 6:306 minutes, 30 seconds, she found a second wave of fame playing Richie Cunningham on Happy Days. What began as a segment of Love American's 6:376 minutes, 37 seconds style quickly spun off into a hit series. As the wholesome, clean-cut Richie, Howard played the perfect foil 6:446 minutes, 44 seconds to Henry Winkler's leather-jacketed street smart fans. On set, their chemistry was real both on screen and off, 6:526 minutes, 52 seconds, and the duo helped catapult the show into pop culture legend. Still, Howard had his sights set beyond acting. Even 7:007 minutes, while filming Happy Days, he was already exploring life behind the lens. His directorial debut came with the 1977 7:077 minutes, 7 seconds film Grand Theft Auto, a low-budget action comedy co-written with his father. The opportunity was part of a clever deal with producer Roger Corman. 7:167 minutes, 16 seconds. Howard would star in Eat My Dust in exchange for the chance to direct his own film. It was a turning point. 7:237 minutes, 23 seconds. Throughout the late 70s and early 80s, 7:267 minutes, 26 seconds. Howard directed several TV movies for NBC, including the 1980 film Skyward, 7:327 minutes, 32 seconds, starring screen legend Bette Davis. But his big break as a director came in 1982 with Night Shift, a wild comedy featuring Shelley Long, Michael Keaton, 7:427 minutes, 42 seconds, and Henry Winkler. It marked Howard's arrival as a new creative force behind the camera. From there, he was 7:487 minutes, 48 seconds unstoppable. In 1984, he directed Splash, a romantic fantasy comedy starring Tom Hanks, Daryl Hannah, Eugene, 7:577 minutes, 57 seconds. Levy, and John Candy. The film was both a box office and critical success, 8:028 minutes, 2 seconds, proving Howard could deliver hits with heart, humor, and wide appeal. What began with a toy turtle and a role as Opie Taylor became a lifelong career. 8:118 minutes, 11 seconds. Ron Howard was never just a child actor. 8:148 minutes, 14 seconds. He was a storyteller in training, and once he stepped behind the camera, he made sure Hollywood never forgot it. But before the awards, the box office triumphs, and the directorial acclaim, 8:258 minutes, 25 seconds. Howard cut his teeth on a set that wasn't nearly as sunny as it seemed. 8:298 minutes, 29 seconds. Behind the gentle pace of life in Mayberry, real tension simmered. 8:338 minutes, 33 seconds. Tension that no camera could fully capture. Tensions on the set of The Andy Griffith Show. The drama on The Andy Griffith Show didn't just unfold in 8:428 minutes, 42 seconds front of the camera. In fact, some of the most emotional storylines were happening behind the scenes between two of the show's biggest stars. Andy, 8:518 minutes, 51 seconds. Griffith and Frances Bavier were television royalty, iconic figures of mid-century entertainment. Best, 8:588 minutes, 58 seconds. Known for their warm portrayals of Sheriff Andy Taylor and Aunt Bee. But while they radiated harmony on screen, 9:059 minutes, 5 seconds off screen, their relationship was anything but friendly. Much like the famously strained friendship between Selena Gomez and Francia Raisa, the 9:149 minutes, 14 seconds tension between Griffith and Bavier added a dramatic layer to an otherwise feel-good classic. For decades, this 9:209 minutes, 20 seconds rift has sparked curiosity among fans and entertainment historians alike. The root of their friction lay in deep personality clashes and differing 9:299 minutes, 29 seconds professional values. It wasn't a brief misunderstanding. It was a Cold War that quietly simmered behind Mayberry's white 9:369 minutes, 36 seconds picket fences, and followed them long after the final episode aired. This behind-the-scenes feud, often whispered 9:439 minutes, 43 seconds about but rarely confirmed, has become part of the show's deeper legacy, one that complicates the rosy nostalgia. 9:509 minutes, 50 seconds. Viewers associate with The Andy Griffith Show. At the show's heart was Andy Griffith, playing the calm and collected Sheriff Andy Taylor. With a steady hand, 9:599 minutes, 59 seconds, and a disarming smile, Sheriff Taylor brought peace to Mayberry without ever raising his voice. He was a widowed 10:0710 minutes, 7 seconds father, a wise lawman, and a steady moral compass for the town, balancing parenting, policing, and neighborly disputes with timeless grace. His charm defined the show's tone. Warm, grounded, 10:1810 minutes, 18 seconds, and quietly heroic. Sharing that warm space on the show was Frances Bavier, 10:2410 minutes, 24 seconds, cast as Aunt Bee, Andy Taylor's no-nonsense, kind-hearted aunt. Aunt Bee wasn't just a caretaker. She was the 10:3110 minutes, 31 seconds emotional center of the Taylor household. Her character provided comforting meals, gentle scoldings, and 10:38 10 minutes, 38 seconds homespun wisdom. Bavier's portrayal made Aunt be a cultural touchstone, the quintessential television aunt. Together, 10:46 10 minutes, 46 seconds Sheriff Taylor and Aunt B represented a sense of home and community that millions of viewers adored. But while their characters painted the perfect picture of small-town family life, 10:57 10 minutes, 57 seconds reality behind the scenes was far more turbulent. According to classic country music, the tension between Griffith and Bavier stemmed from fundamental 11:0511 minutes, 5 seconds differences in how they approached their craft and each other. Bavier, known for being deeply private, maintained a deliberate distance from her co-stars. 11:14 minutes, 14 seconds. While Andy Griffith was warm and sociable off-screen, Bavier preferred solitude. To some, this